Welcome back to Heroes of the Week. Today with Nrup. Hi, Nrup.
Hi, Zeniak.
And also
Hi, everybody.
Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Zenek. Hi, Narup.
It's good to have you here, man.
It's good to be here. Yeah, we're all smiling as well.
This is
I
Paul's
just-
Are
Instagram.
we all happy with the result then? Are we all happy with the?
Well, which result are you talking about? Barcelona
I think
versus
he means
Madrid?
Liverpool
Oh,
Arsenal.
really? Okay, you're not. I thought you were an Arsenal fan, Narup.
I am. I'm just joking. Just changing the topic, but yeah, not really, not at all. But it is what it is. It's tough.
And that's what we're gonna talk about today, I'm sure. So this show is called Heroes of the Week. Basically, it's a very simple concept. I'm gonna ask my guests to give me their hero of the week, their villain of the week, their team of the week, and their takeaway of the week. And then there will be also vocabulary of the week. The order was messed up. We're gonna start with, I believe it's team of the week, right? That
Is
is
it all the
structure.
Premier League, Zenek?
It can be anything. Paul.
Oh,
Anyway,
really?
I've expanded it to any league
Okay.
whatsoever. So if you have something in Brazilian league,
Yeah.
throw it in.
Okay.
Yes. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Before I ask you about your team of the week, I'm going to remind everyone watching, please smash the like button if you haven't done so already. And feel free to get involved, telling us your team of the week, villain of the week, and so on in the comments. Right. Who would like to go first? Team of the week?
Go
I
on,
can go
Narup.
first.
You have one
Yeah.
in mind, don't you? I don't.
Yeah, it's going to be FC Barcelona, and the reason is quite simple. They smashed, thrashed, comfortably won against Real Madrid, the
Yep.
defending champions of La Liga and the UCL, a giant team with so-called star-studded team, and yeah, I think in their home turf, that is Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid. So yeah, huge win. That should be my team of the week for sure.
I'm not surprised because I know you like Barcelona a lot, Noop. And obviously, this is the biggest match. It's El Clasico, right? It's the
El
biggest match in the
Clasico.
league. So,
The
and,
classic.
and Madrid have been doing really well in the Champions League lately. So, and they won it last year, right?
They did, unfortunately.
So that's a great win for
Champion.
Barcelona. Lewandowski, a brace, right?
Scored a brace. Could have been 4 goals, but yeah, brace. Followed by Lamine Yamal. Oh my God.
Yamal scored 2. The youngest guy.
17-year-old.
How old is he? Still
Apparently
17.
17, yeah. Apparently he's
He was 16,
many-
wasn't he, at the Euros? He was
he
16.
was. Apparently, by many people, he's so-called the greatest of all time among the age of 17 years old. And
Yeah.
16 perhaps.
Have you seen his
Yeah.
father? Have you seen his father?
No.
No, I
He
saw
looks
a
like he
quote
could still
from
play.
him.
He's so young. He could still play
Is
football.
he?
Anyway, Noop.
Younger than us.
Yeah. What about you, Paul, then?
Barcelona have had an amazing week, haven't they? They beat Bayern Munich, or smashed Bayern Munich as well midweek. So I thought it was Premier League, so I don't have a Brazilian. Inter and Juventus have just played out a 4-4 in Serie A, which was quite exciting. Juventus are playing well, even though they got beat midweek in the Champions League. I was going to say Nottingham Forest.
That's mine. That is
Was
mine.
it? Okay.
Yes. Okay, go
well,
on
I
then.
don't feel so
Go on.
stupid saying that.
No, I've got another one. It's fine. I've got
Oh,
one.
yeah,
backup-
it's
backup.
solid. I've seen them play. They beat Liverpool at Anfield. They did well against Chelsea, I think. They have really good defenders, and the midfielders have a really good appetite for the game. And they have Chris Wood, who's scoring goals, and they have 2 fast wingers. But I just think the defenders are very good. All 4 of
all
them.
around.
Yeah.
They only lost 1 game so far this season. They've got 4 wins, 4 draws.
Wow.
And do you know their current league position then?
Is it 5th?
No, they I think they dropped to 7th.
With
No,
Chelsea winning, is
Yeah. Chelsea won, and one more team won, I think.
Yeah, they're doing really
Yeah.
well.
So yeah, they were gonna be my team of the week, but since you took them from me, in that case, I'm gonna pick Brentford.
Fair call.
I think they have been fantastic, and not only that, I heard that Brentford has been involved in the most goals, like in games that
In matches.
how to say this. They have been involved in matches that have
Sure.
in total their games are the most scoring games. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So and it was like that before this weekend's game, which ended 4-3 for Brentford. So
wow. Yeah.
they are just fantastic. Brian Mbomo, 2 goals. And it's just fun. This team is just so much fun. Thomas Frank, what a great manager, honestly.
They're very direct, I think. Yeah, they play very direct. Whenever they have the opportunity to put the ball in the box, they do.
Exactly. So that would be my team of the week.
Mhm.
Early Doors Football TV says hi. Evening, gents. It's good to have you here. It looks like this is someone from West Ham. So West Ham, obviously, they beat Manchester United. So also they have a great evening there. I watched the game.
Early doors is a great football vocabulary as well.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's,
you say, yeah, it's a very British thing
yeah,
to say.
really, we can't really say what's going to happen yet.
Yeah.
It might still not work out for us.
Early
For
doors.
example, Liverpool are top of the league, right? Or is it City now? I can't.
City, I think.
now.
Yeah, I think
City,
City.
By
yeah,
a point.
City, by 1 point. So we could say City are heading for another title, but you know what? It's early doors,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, we can't really.
Yeah, I think it comes from the theatre or something. Like, I think people used to like maybe close or open the doors at a theatre or something, so people were allowed into the theatre. So yeah, early doors. Make sure you it's early doors. I mean, it's early in the match, isn't it? Don't worry,
it's too early. Like don't count your chickens before they hatch. It's a similar phrase, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well done. So thank you for joining us, and yeah, feel free to tell us your team, villain, hero, whoever of the week. And moving on. So who would like to go first?
I missed that then. Hero of the week.
Yeah, hero of the week.
Sorry. Oof.
Yeah, it's good to be the goalkeeper of Barcelona, Iñaki Peña. I watched the game and oh my God. I mean, generally speaking, he's not that great of a goalkeeper. He's a bit shaky and, he's a young La Masia product. There's a reason why we already had Chesney as a backup. Perhaps he might start for the future games. But man, at such stage, for the stakes that he had against arguably the best attack in Europe, on paper, I think he did a fantastic job. He blocked.
Is he from the academy as well?
Yeah, Iñaki Peña.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I saw the stops. I saw those blocks from Mbappe, Vinicius Junior. I mean, come on, it's those. You just cannot block them easily. You need to have some top mentality for that. And yeah, that's him.
It's
Okay,
amazing
fair enough.
what Barcelona are doing. Yeah.
Are they top of the league now, Noop? Barcelona?
Yeah, they are. I think they're leading by 5 points, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, kudos.
I'm not sure for hero of the week. I think I was going to say. Go on.
I can tell you mine.
Go on. I've just thought of what I was going to say.
I thought I would just say Brian Mbomo. I have already mentioned him. He scores two. He scored 2 goals, and the winner was very lucky indeed because he was crossing the ball clearly, but the goalkeeper made a mistake, in my opinion. He didn't. He thought someone is gonna slotted home or something, but nobody touched the ball. It's one of those crosses that you bend onto the far post, right? And it
Mhm.
sort of gets in.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
his goal. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of those. But 2 goals, he has been consistently great. Also in my fantasy team. I should have.
I was
I should
about
have.
to
I
say
wanted
that.
to
Right,
captain
he's
him.
your hero. Yes.
He was my vice captain.
Ah.
And I captain Haaland. What a mistake I made. Should have kept him.
Yeah, so for me, is he the hero or the villain? Haaland, he had a really high XG. He was like 2.4 XG. He missed 3
Really?
really good chances.
I didn't even know that one. Okay, wait
Yeah,
for the
he did.
villain then. Who is your hero? Who is your hero of the week?
My
Paul?
hero is Beto, the Everton striker or substitute striker who has had to watch Dominic Calvert-Lewin miss chance after chance and
Okay.
still sit on the bench watching him. And then he came on and scored, and he was crying on the pitch at the end. He scored a late equaliser. It meant so much to him. He got really emotional on the pitch.
How was your brother?
How is? I wanted to ask. How was your cousin? Cousin doing?
Cousin, yeah. Sorry.
Is it cousin or brother? Cousin,
yeah.
right?
Everton. I saw his dad last week, who was a big Evertonian, and they were happy because they just won. But they're not great, are they? They're not great. But they never lost again. I think they're on like a 4 or 5 match unbeaten run.
They just need to stay in the league because they are building a new stadium, right? Or something like that. So
yeah, they need to stay in the league.
They just need to stay in the league, and then anything can happen after that.
Yeah. The tactics are kick the ball up to Calvert-Lewin and he flicks it on, and then it goes to the other keeper.
Yeah.
And then, hoping that somebody might get there when there's nobody close to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got our heroes of the week then, and let's see who our villains of the week are. So you wanna go for that Haaland pick then, Paul?
Me, Haaland, villain of the week. No, he was a hero for me because I never triple captained him, and lots of people did.
That's like a selfish reason, though. That's not very objective.
We have to mention West Ham. How did they win that match?
So which player then? Oh, the manager?
Manchester United, sorry. De Ligt was clumsy. I think it was a penalty. Everybody's saying it's a soft penalty, but you cannot smash in. You cannot crash into somebody. That he handballed it or it hit his hand maybe, but it was after the foul. So
it was a bit weird though. I didn't notice it. Nobody saw it at first. I thought it was a bit kind of. You had to see that replay, in my opinion.
Yeah, true.
That's
what they have.
Ings. It was on Ings, right? Danny Ings.
Yeah.
That was a great moment for Danny Ings. He's involved in some important moments this season, to be honest.
Yeah. I also think in the Premier League, the Brighton player who won the ball back and had the 4v1. Have you seen it? There was a 4v1.
No. Yeah, I saw that.
In stoppage time when Brighton were winning 2-1. 4 versus 1, just one Wolves player, and he tried to pass it. And it was intercepted, and then the player who intercepted it assisted the goal. He just played it out wide, and they equalised with the last touch of the match. So he's a villain. Matt Weaver, his name is.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough then. So, Noop.
It's got to be the Egyptian prince, king, whoever you call it.
Salah. Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, Mohamed Salah.
He just pops up.
Because he scored a goal against Arsenal. Is that why
you him? It's always him for the past 8 seasons.
Yeah, but that makes him a hero. Why is he a villain then? I'll tell you who a true villain is, but I'll let you finish.
Hero and a villain is, technically speaking, those words, they can be interchangeable. To some he's
it's like love and hate, yeah.
Exactly.
Love, when you love, you also hate and stuff like that. Okay.
Exactly. So
well, that's what happens on this show. Sometimes it's a bit random, as you can see, guys, because a player who should be getting the Hero of the Week title is a villain for some reason because Noop doesn't like Liverpool.
Yeah, I just not Liverpool, but like Salah. God damn it!
That was a good goal. But I thought the defensive, our defending, wasn't very good at that point.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna give you a better one. I think you will agree with me in the end. How about Anthony Taylor? How about him?
What's up?
He's a true villain of the week. Because I was watching this with a mate. Yeah, I was watching it with a mate. My mate was just going absolutely nuts about this referee during that game. He just made some decisions which were really dodgy. Like, especially, well, they didn't give us a clear corner at the end of the game. You know what a corner can mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the linesman. It wasn't the referee. That
I
was a
don't
call.
care. He could have said the linesman is wrong or something. But then that goal, there was a disallowed goal, and there was no foul in my opinion. That was just
Come on.
he just jumped. What did he do wrong, Paul? There, I don't understand.
His elbow touched his head on both times. They could be yellow cards. I don't agree. Like in the modern football, if you elbow somebody in the head when you jump up for the header, it
Was it
wasn't
an
an elbow. But if
you remember
your
an elbow?
touches somebody,
I don't remember that.
It was like an elbow, but if you watch
The
it
only
again,
the only thing I remember was
look up the players.
Yeah,
Arms go up and go across the head and touch.
So was that
Liverpool
Havertz?
with
You
head.
mean the Havertz did that?
Havertz
The one that jumped.
and Kiowa, was it Kiowa the first one with Szoboszlai? Kiowa
don't
the
know.
first one, and he was going to blow, and then the second one he blew because they were both fouls. I think.
I disagree. I feel like
Watch
it
it
was
again
very
and
soft.
look at the arms.
I
know,
will.
like, I
I
wasn't
will.
listening to the commentary, so I imagine
will.
Gary Neville was probably.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Paul.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't prevent me from picking Anthony Taylor, the villain of the week. Okay.
I think it's a clear foul. Yeah.
No. I and Noop can attest to that. I don't normally do that. I don't normally pick the referee as the villain. It's
That's
Noop
usually
who
me.
does that. He's the one who always complaining about referees. It's Noop. But the fact that I'm doing it now, it has to count for something.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
think
didn't
there was
like
one-
the way this game was refereed. I didn't.
I think
I'm sorry.
Saka should have got a foul in the first half. I remember when Nunes bumped him, but
It seemed
I
like
don't think we can complain.
the home team. You should be sort of like at least neutral or something. It seemed like Anthony Taylor is a Liverpool fan. I'm sorry, like I don't
What?
know. It's just-
He's from Manchester.
They bribed him. I have no clue.
Definitely
why.
not a Liverpool fan. Why though? I don't get your why. Because of that like disallowed goal.
A
when
lot
the
of people
Liverpool
don't
players
like
stopped.
Arteta. A lot
because
of
he
people
blew the
don't like
whistle.
Arteta. They think he's a whiner and stuff. I don't know. Like we get so many red cards, Paul. It just makes no sense. Like it's too much.
What?
I'm starting to be on Noop's side because
Wow,
I was
come on.
always I was playing the devil's advocate. Whenever Noop said that we are always the victim, I said, Noop, come on, it can't be like that. Come on. But no, it was like that in this game.
From that match today,
Yes.
based on
A lot of decisions which could have gone either way, and it seemed to have gone Liverpool's way. Like those were like small, tiny margins, Paul. And the biggest one for me was the corner. I know it was the linesman. I don't
Also-
care though.
Okay.
He's the
Okay,
boss.
yeah.
Anthony Taylor is the boss.
Fine.
He could have changed that decision. Whatever.
I don't think there's nothing suspicious about that. It was a mistake by the linesman. So that's not Anthony Taylor, the referee. And Arsenal have deserved the red cards.
No, I don't think so. I definitely
Some of them,
disagree.
some of them.
Declan Rice was soft, but I like.
I mean, for
Yeah.
someone,
Declan Rice
Rice.
was soft.
Look,
How
look,
is
look.
that?
If-
In which
if
word is that a
Declan Rice-
yellow card? Like this is
if Declan Rice was soft, then you should remember today's game.
Trossard.
Luis Diaz had the same moment, and guess what happened? No card
Today.
today at the beginning
Yeah.
of the game.
He passed it to an Arsenal player.
No. Come on.
Veltman is about to kick the ball, and Declan Rice kicks it away, so he misses the ball. He can't do that.
No, the point is
I know
that it's
Veltman
about
was like
consistency.
at it and really trying to provoke Rice.
It was
You can't
a
kick the
blind
ball
spot.
away when someone's about to kick it.
It was a blind spot, and it has happened in the same game in the first half. It's about consistency.
Yeah,
If there's a rule of the law, it's about consistency. The same thing happened in today's game for Luis Diaz, if I'm not wrong, and
No, he never
nothing
did.
was seen.
They
Even the
showed it.
commentators-
He passed it to an
even-
Arsenal
Even
player.
the commentators talked about it, and
And
they said
they
like,
said
yeah.
it's nothing.
So yeah, in my opinion, those reds.
Have you seen the Arteta interview? He said that you dominated the match?
Today's match?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I
But
don't think we dominated it,
honestly,
but
No,
honestly, I don't think so.
it was
I
quite
don't,
even.
I don't
think
agree with that.
the
I
better
don't agree.
team in the second half of the second half, definitely. Liverpool were
That's-
very frustrating.
Stats wise, it's even, and you
Yeah.
had a little bit more possession than us.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say Arsenal dominated the game. That
That's
I
not
don't
what
agree
Arteta
with.
said. That's what Arteta
However, Anthony Taylor is a clear villain, and you won't take that away from me. Okay. Anyway,
I don't get why. Because the linesman gave a corner at the
that
end.
I don't think that the goal that we scored, that he shouldn't have
Watch
blown
it
the
again.
whistle.
Watch it
We should
again.
have. We
They're
should, I
both
will.
fouls, honestly.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but when I watch it on a big screen at my friend's place, I normally watch it on a laptop.
Yeah.
But on that big screen, we did. Of course, we are biased, right? We are Arsenal fans, but we did not see a foul there. I don't know what Noop thinks, but
Yeah, I didn't
Watch
see
it
a
again.
foul, but
Watch it
yeah,
I
again and
will.
look at the arms of the Arsenal
I
players.
will. And I listen. If it's a foul, it's a foul. But I
Yes.
just thought there were more like small decisions that went against us. Anyway, it's football. Look at Wolves. Like they were on the receiving end last season as well. So.
Mhm.
Sometimes these inconsistencies with the Reds, I agree with Noop as well.
Yeah.
Like it's, well, yeah,
Go on. No, it's okay. It'll be the takeaway of the week.
yeah. Let's do it. Okay, so we're not talking about a dish, right? No. Okay, no,
Yeah. So chicken chow mein. No.
no.
Special
no.
fried rice.
Chicken tikka masala, none of that. Yeah, we are
None of
talking
that,
about sort of kind of some interesting thing that you want to take away from this week. Yeah. So what is it for you then, Paul?
Players. Two things. Don't believe Arteta when he in his post-match interviews.
Okay,
But
again, I'm with
also-
you on that one.
Players should not. Players are now giving themselves injuries when they dive.
Yep.
In the Arsenal Liverpool match today, Gabriel.
Oh, you think he's okay?
No, he injured himself. No, he injured
Oh, okay.
himself.
I thought he was like pretending. that he-
Diving, him and Nunes are running, and as defenders do, often they jump on the floor.
Oh.
Like Nunes never touched him at all. Nunes
He
was
did, I saw.
pitiless.
There was an impact on his knee. I saw that.
Yeah, so Gabriel, he did that himself. He jumped on the floor, he dived on the floor, and he's injured himself and had to leave the pitch. I'm sure.
I can't
he'll be
remember
okay.
that incident, but if Paul thinks it was
That's how he got
self-inflicted,
injured.
Do you
He
think it
got
was
injured by
self-inflicted?
diving, self-inflicted.
and Anoop, what do you
no
say then?
sympathy.
Well, interesting take, but I mean, I really don't agree with it. Like,
Oh my goodness!
About
Who
what,
did we
Gabriel?
invite?
Honestly,
we
that's how he
invite
got
then?
injured, Naru. He got
Nah,
injured by
I-
throwing himself on the floor.
no, it was the impact. It was the impact
From
on his
who?
knee
From who?
from Nunes, from Darwin Nunes.
No, Nunes was
can't
behind
remember.
him.
I can't remember.
He's jumped on the floor and banged
Nah.
his knee.
No. It was Nunes's some part of the
Nunes was-
body that
Nunes
touched his
didn't
knee.
touch him. Nunes
I-
didn't
Nunes
touch
touched
him.
him.
In this point, I
Watch it
should trust
again.
Noop more.
Watch it
He's
again.
a doctor, Paul. Noop is a doctor. He
Well,
knows. He understands the human body. You know.
Come on, what sort of relation is that? But yeah, I
It's
would love
true,
to watch
though.
it again. But from
You
what I
graduated
remember,
last year, so you must understand it more than Paul. Like that's for sure.
well, it's
Yeah.
physics. It's a
It's
referee.
physics. Well,
It's
physics is
VR.
not. You also studied physics, right? At the School of Medicine. Not so
Barely.
much.
No,
Rarely.
it's more
Okay.
for
Well, in that case, Paul is probably right. So
probably. But
anyway,
He injured himself, thrown himself on the floor.
so and you are saying it's just this incident, or are you generalizing
Lots
it
of
and
players
saying
do
it?
it, I think.
Lot of players.
There's been, I don't say lots, but there's players now diving, injure themselves.
A lot, right?
Yeah.
Well,
it does
there are a
happen.
lot of like TikTok videos where they are teaching the coaches are teaching like young lads how to dive. There's a viral video where there are a lot of young players and they are like dribbling with the ball or controlling the ball, and then the
They
manager
feel
shouts
contact.
Neymar.
Oh,
This shouts
Yeah.
Neymar, and then everybody has to dive. pretends to be injured. Have you seen that one? It's quite
Yeah,
funny
I think
video.
I have. Yeah.
Wow.
And they're so ready for the contact that you see players spinning over the
I
backs of people
hate
and things
I cannot
because
stand it.
they're awaiting the contact and they're ready to do it. If
It's cheating.
in years
in
gone
my
by, you
opinion.
didn't see this often, unless somebody actually smashed someone. But you see it quite
Back-
often now. Players
Back
doing
in the day,
somersaults.
we used to be young and we played. This would not be allowed.
Mm.
You would not get away with this. Now, everybody's soft.
Paul, don't you think it's a response to the inconsistencies regarding refereeing?
Yeah, I think it's the referee's fault. I really do. Like, if referees get a
Always.
control of it.
Paul Taylor. Anthony Taylor, not Paul Taylor.
Paul
Anthony
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
Freudian
yeah.
slip. Freudian slip.
It's weird now. And they there was some times where there was obvious fouls. Like Gakpo. Gakpo was taken out by Partey. He flicked the ball over his head and was taken out. And the referees go, get up, get up, get up.
Yeah, because he was
Yeah.
compensating.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a lot of compensation when he
There
did
was.
something for Liverpool. Then he felt guilty. No, I saw that. We were like, why is he now? He's doing now. He always blew the whistle when it wasn't important, though. Like when it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done with him.
Okay.
Takeaway of the week. So, Noop,
Takeaway of the week.
what's your takeaway?
Yeah, for
of the
me,
week?
it has to be Crystal Palace. They won their first game, and it had to be against Tottenham. Unbelievable.
Yes.
I just can't believe, like, a team like Crystal Palace, who usually is some sort of a
They have
weakness
been
for City.
atrocious. They have been atrocious
Yeah.
this season so far.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
been
the
very
first
defensive.
This is their first win. They have 5 defeats, 3 draws, and 1 win.
And it had
of
to be
all
Tottenham.
teams, they beat Tottenham, who was my team of the week last week.
really?
Remember?
They
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
they
have a-
struggle away from home, Tottenham.
Mm.
They are behind Nottingham Forest now. Unbelievable.
The Premier League's tougher than what you think, though. I think that's what it's shown this week. A lot of tight matches, a lot of late goals, so many late goals,
Even
and people
even
keep
I
going.
thought-
I think that's another takeaway. Players are tired. You saw it in the Liverpool-Arsenal match that they've played a lot of games recently, especially in the top teams with the international matches and all the travelling. You could see Liverpool and Arsenal look tired towards the end of the
Yeah.
match. And
that brings me to my takeaway of the week. Sparta Prague are completely out of form. Yeah. So they got into Champions League after about 20 years. So it was a huge moment for the Czech League, for Sparta Prague. Amazing. Then we saw the draw. Great teams to play. But now, because they have to play these difficult, tough games, they have been struggling both in the league. Well, in the Champions League, they have 4 points out of 3 games, which is quite good, actually. But they lost to Man City 5-0.
yeah.
And now today, right before this show, they lost to Viktoria Plzeň, who
my
was
God.
the 3rd place. And now they are 9 points behind Slavia Prague. So Slavia Prague are they have a nice cushion, of 9 points.
Victoria Pilsen play in Europe as well, don't they?
They are in the UEFA Cup, and they're gonna play against Manchester United at some point in about 1 month's time.
I think it's the last
One
match.
of like in November, I think,
near
or
the end,
December.
yeah.
December maybe.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun. But Sparta Prague are just they can't handle it. It's too much for them. They don't
Lots of
seem to
teams
be.
are, I think.
Yeah, true. But from the Czech League, it looks like Slavia Prague, they have what it takes right now, and they can play more games. And it's physical. They can their fitness is better. Sparta Prague, they don't seem to be able to handle it. That's my takeaway of the week. What about you,
Yeah.
Noop, then?
Sorry.
I did talk about the Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. My
Yeah.
memory doesn't work anymore.
One thing about
yeah.
Sorry, about Arsenal. Sorry, I've got 2 Arsenal fans here. So
Go on.
Marino said in the week how, just an observation, how like he's used to being the tallest player in the squad, but at Arsenal he's just one of many. He feels like it's a basketball team, not
because
a football
he's Spanish, right? So
team. He's Basque, isn't he? Basques are really
Yeah.
tall.
He's Basque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it could be just a theory about Arsenal. Every match I've seen them, they look amazing in spells. Like in that first half, you looked so powerful and so strong. And I don't know, some people think it's tactics, but I don't know if it is because you're not like agile and fit enough and to have the legs to do it for 90 minutes. I suppose not every team is, but it seems like you cannot sustain. You look so powerful at times, and it's like, wow, these look powerful. And then at times it's like you need to recuperate and sit in on your own, on the edge of your own 18.
I'm afraid we have too many injuries now, and especially Martin Odegaard, we really miss him. And that's the difference between Arsenal and someone like Man City. Man City, they basically, whenever they have someone injured, they have a direct replacement, anyone that can do the job for them, but we don't. That's the
Arsenal
problem.
Have spent so much money. You have such a good
squad. Our squad depth is not the same as City's. I don't believe this.
I don't know. I don't think City have that much of a squad. To be honest, I think Arsenal have a better squad than City.
No,
you spent so much money.
Yeah, but
we did spend lots of money. But the thing is, like, many of those money where they were spent wrongly, or the players, they just weren't the right profile. And there were some players that just weren't with the right mentality. Lacazette, we spent like 50 million for Lacazette, 60 million for Aubameyang. I mean, the thing is, like, we expect returns such as winning some sort of cup, perhaps playing in the UCL. The thing is, in my opinion, majority of the losses came from not playing in the UCL.
Yeah, I think you're missing a forward. Sterling it was the signing, wasn't it? Your only forward signing.
But still, also
it was not a good decision.
regarding those players that you're talking about. Yeah, I think you're right. We have had some moments where we look really good, where there is some sort of fluid movements on our gameplay. But the thing is that Arteta, he has this weird problem, which many people tend to agree with it. He doesn't rotate the squad often, so we often have the same squad for all the games, and then suddenly we end up with injuries, and then we cannot find replacement. We have these false players. If you look at Jurrien Timber, he's actually a right back, and then Arteta makes him play as a left back. And then the game that we lost against Bournemouth, we had Mikel Merino as a number 10 when he's more of a number 8 or more.
Thomas Partey, did he play a right back today or something?
Yeah. He did. A right inverted right back, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but still, he's bit. Yeah, I'm sorry, but
maybe right back, but you had like Timber. Timber could play right back. You have Zinchenko. You have like
but Zinchenko,
was injured.
We got him recently. Zinchenko was out for like 2-3 months, perhaps.
He doesn't seem to be match fit.
He doesn't want to play.
And also, I don't see. I just don't see Zinchenko as a left back, in my opinion. Yeah. He's more of a center midfielder.
But you've played Kiowa there. Ben White could have played there. Like you've got such as you missed a couple of players. Calafiori's injured, and he probably would have played, I think.
And what about Tomiyasu? He's also injured, yeah.
Oh, is he? Well. Yeah, he's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think, guys, and when City play, I feel like the players that come on when their players are injured, it's like someone like Gundogan. I don't think he would be in the starting 11, but he's a Gundogan.
Yeah, he's good.
He's still a good player, right? Yeah. He sort of fits in that system as well. They are drilled. The Man City play, they are drilled. They all understand how the system works.
Yeah.
And it's a bit.
They have a couple of injuries. Grealish.
They keep winning. They beat Southampton 1-0. I thought Southampton played well, but they did it. Okay, guys, have I asked you both about your takeaway of the week then?
Yeah.
I've given a few.
And I gave you mine, right? Yeah, I did. So the last thing is this. And we have already said it. Early doors.
Early doors.
Something is early doors, then it's the early stage of something, of a game, of a football game. It's early doors.
Yeah.
It's early on.
Keep it tight, early doors. That's a common British. I just remembered then. Like when you start a match, keep it tight.
Keep it
Nothing
tight,
silly, early doors.
Nothing silly. It's early doors. Don't
Yeah.
go too wild. Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I think we. Yeah. Do you have?
I liked your self-inflicted word as well. That's a nice word.
Self-inflicted. Yeah.
Yeah. Gabriel. Injury.
Yep. Self-inflicted injury, self-inflicted pain, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we will leave it there. It was wonderful to be joined by Paul. It's Nrup and I most of the time, but whenever you feel like joining,
always on a Sunday.
It's always on a Sunday, same time. It's always like this.
Yeah.
Like it's the same concept all the time. It's you don't need to prepare. You always have it in your mind. I think most of the time.
But yeah, it's going to be in any league in the world, any tire. So yeah, be ready.
You can talk. You are a big fan of the Brazilian league, as we know.
Yeah.
You have a YouTube channel as well about that. English for football fans, it's called, right?
But I've switched to the Footy Brazil. I've focused a bit more on Brazil recently, but not so much as well.
Bring that in. I can't comment when you say that, so you cannot be challenged.
Okay, I will.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for watching and coming on as guests. And please tune in next week as well.
Good stuff. Take care, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.